would be helpful if we go over some arpeggios for the common chords that we find in so many jazz tunes. And you know, you'll have a lead sheet, for instance, or a piece of a bass part, and you'll see all these chord symbols on it. And if you're new to jazz, sometimes it looks like Greek. You know, all of a sudden you have a major 7 chord with a plus 11. Well, how does that work? Or a minor 9 chord with a flat 5 with an 11th. You know, there's all these different sounds. Or what does it mean when somebody says E dim, D-I-M with a period? Well, that's diminished. Or what does it mean when there's a 0 next to that's also diminished? Or, you know, there's all these terminology items that are associated with chords. So I'm going to go, this sheet is available for you guys to download and work on. But I'm going to go through some of the arpeggios with you and just tell you what they're made of. I'll start simply with the E major 7 and then E major 7 plus 11. So here's E major 7. It's the root and the 3rd and the 5th and the major 7 of the scale. Or it may be fingered here. Okay? Now, then we can do the E major 7 with the 9th and the sharp 11. Or sometimes they say plus 11. That means a raised 11. So if we go up the scale and we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that 11th is an A in the key of E. So now we're going to raise it. So it's going to really be an A sharp or a B flat. So the arpeggio will reflect that. So now we have root, 3rd, 5th, major 7, major 9, and the plus 11. And it has this kind of sound. If we did a it's a very pretty sound, actually. Now let's talk about E minor 11. You'll see an E minor 11. You know, E minor 7. E minor 7, first of all, is the bottom part of that. It's E, G, which is the flatted 3rd for a minor. The 5, the flatted 7th. We're familiar from the other exercises. But now we have a 9th, which is an F sharp. And remember what we did before, we count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's an F sharp. That's the 9th. And then the 11th. What is the 11th? Well, remember we counted up from E before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's an A. In this case, E minor 11. There's no alteration to the 11. It's just straight up 11. So we have. You know, you might have heard this sound. It's with a 4-string, it's a little tricky to get all the voicings in there, but you get the idea. That's an E minor with the 11 kind of sound. So now, E minor 9 with a flat 5 with a natural 11. This is sometimes when you have a E minor 7 flat 5, they call it a half diminished, because it's almost like a regular diminished chord, except that the 7th chord isn't double flatted like it is in a diminished. So E minor 9 flat 5 with the 11. That's E, G, which is the flatted 3rd. Now we have a flatted 5th, so that normally the 5th is the B natural. Now it's a B flat. So root, flatted 3rd, flatted 5th, flat 7. Then the 11th, we already know that's an F sharp. And we already know, the 9 is the F sharp. And the 11th is an A. Again, 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, natural 9, natural 11. That's a really beautiful sound, very exotic, gorgeous. You hear Herbie Hancock play that sound on the first chord of Stella by Starlight on that famous recording with Miles Davis. You know, that sound is such a glorious sound. Anyway, I'll do 2 more. I'll just do, because this goes on in all the keys and has these chord symbols for you. Let's do a dominant one. Let's say E7 plus 11. So you know a dominant 7th is the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the flatted 7th. So here we have E, G sharp, B, D. Now we have the 9 also included, which is the F sharp. We know that from before. And now we have that plus 11. Remember, the 11 was the A note. Now it's an A sharp. So that's a rich sound, and you hear it a lot of times in music. And in the theoretical part of the site where you have, where I'm playing some voicings on the piano, you'll hear that sound. So what I'd like you to do is take a look at this sheet and go through all the forms that I've included here. And if there's anything you don't understand, there's also, in the theory section, there's the straight up information on, okay, what is an F augmented? Well, if it's a root, a third, and a sharp 5, okay? Or what is an F diminished triad? It's a root, a flat 3, a flat 5, and a double flatted 7th, if there's a 7th involved, And oftentimes there is in jazz. So these are some of the chord spellings, we call them. How do you spell these chords? How do you represent them? What's their symbol look like? And what does it mean when you spell it out? And this is important in jazz because we have a lot of harmonic diversity and complexity in the music. So I hope you enjoy these chords.